guys. I am like all out of breath because I just ran up from the garage. I am in my jacket. I am in my boots. I am ready to go to work. But I'm going to try this one more time. So I've been trying to upload. I've recorded the video 3 times, and now I am trying to do it one more time in one take. I'm doing it through Capture YouTube on YouTube, the Capture app, and for some reason, only this video is doing that thing where it says queued and it won't go through. So I'm thinking maybe if I don't do it in clips, I'll just try it with a one-shot go, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense because all the other videos I've been putting up are clips and they're going through, and it's not any longer or shorter. So anyway, this is a collab I'm doing with Thompkins New Life Academy on single parenting, and the topic is role models, and I'm just going to jump right into it because I got to go to work. But I've got all my information here written out and highlighted and everything. So role models, first of all, I'm telling you from my experience, which is that of a mother of a son. I believe that role models are very important in girls' lives too, but this is just my opinion on having a son as a single mother. So obviously I'm a woman and he's a boy, and he needs male influences that I can't give him. I do say all the time, I'm a mom, I'm a dad, I'm a friend, I'm a playmate, when you're a single parent, you do feel like you are all those things, and that is true. But I'm not stupid. I know I can't be a man. I can't teach him male things from male experience. I can teach him what I know. My brothers do this, or my ex-boyfriend or my dad, they did this, but from experience, the feeling that you get when you're a man, I can't describe that. I can't explain that. I can't teach that to him. So I absolutely believe that role models are very important in Malloy's life and in boys' lives. So Malloy has, as I was saying, my dad, Malloy's papa, he calls him, and then he's got my 3 brothers, and we're also very close to our pastor, one of our pastors at our church, and all of them spend time with Malloy. Take him fishing, take him on nature hikes, teach him sports, take him to play different sports, even just taking him out to eat in the movies, playing Legos with them, playing with wrestlers. I mean, any of those things. Just having that influence, just being around males like that is so good and so healthy for him, because he's watching and seeing what good men are and how they act and how they treat people in their lives, and it's amazing to watch him learn from them, because he'll come home and he'll say things, or he'll have these little traits or these little things that he just does, and I know they didn't come from me, but I can pick them out of these role models he's around. So it's really cool to see that it actually works. He also has influences from karate, where he's been for about 5 years now. That role model is awesome. His teacher and the helpers have taught him about focusing and being healthy, and at the same time having fun. His baseball team, the same thing. He had a drumming teacher that was the same type of thing. He was a Christian boy that played in our church rock band, and just another great role model. And I believe there's role models all around, not just people we know or you can talk to. There's biographies, there's movies, there's history. There's a lot of men that you can teach your kids about, whether it's watching a movie with them or reading them a book or whatever it is. There's men all over the place that you can show your boys, and your boys can pick out traits, and you could talk about different things about these men that you think are awesome, or what you think make a good man. We've talked about if I were to get married someday, or if I were to have a boyfriend someday, I've explained to him what kind of man I would want. And so I hope that that is sort of just our life, how we've been through Malloy's life with role models. That's just kind of the things that I've done, and some of the people, some of the men in his life that have been role models for him. And he'll pick out, from other people. So, friends, for instance, we have a friend, a family, and it's a married couple with children. And Malloy has said things before like, "Oh, I wish I had a dad like him," or "He's such a fun dad," and and so we'll talk about those things, like what do you like about him, and just kind of make it a point, to show him these are what good men do, and he's picking that out in people already. So that's pretty cool. I wanted to read you just a couple things. This is a book that I have found very helpful, bringing up boys. I have some single parenting books too that I'll be using, but there's a part in here about single parents, and I think it's really helpful. So I'm going to read it to you. They talked about dating and getting married, and if you choose not to do that, or if you're just waiting for the right one to come along, and then it leads into this. Until a good man comes along, you as a single mother must make an all-out effort to find a father substitute for your boys. An uncle or a neighbor or a coach, a musical director, Sunday school teacher may do the trick. Placing your boys under the influence of such a man for even a single hour per week, and that is so true, even just an hour, can make a great difference. Get them involved in Boy Scouts, boys clubs, soccer, Little League, etc. Give your boys biographies, take them to movies, rent videos that focus on strong, masculine, but moral men, heroes. However you choose, do not let the years go by without a man's influence in the lives of your boys. If they have no nurturing male role models by which to pattern themselves, they will turn to whoever is available. And that's true. So, if there's a gang member or different guys on TV and bad movies or bad shows that are, just men that aren't moral or whatever the case, that's who they're going to learn to be. I mean, that's who they're going to look at, as a man. So you've really got to make it an effort to find those people in your life. And you'll be surprised how many men are willing to step up and help. It's really true. They are. There's a lot of good men out there that are willing. And not just family. Like our pastor, his sons are all grown and out of the house now, and he loved being a father. He loved taking them camping and doing all these boy things with them. So for him, he's getting something out of it too. He's loving spending that time with Malloy and teaching him things. And same with my dad. His two sons are raised and gone and out of the house now, and so my dad loves it. My brother is a single father, and so I kind of do the same thing for my niece. She needs role models who are women who are going to be in her life forever, and I've taken that job because I love her with all my heart, and so I teach her those girl things. We do makeup together, we put on cute outfits, we watch girly shows together. Now she's a little older, so she'll get to sleep over, and we'll get to have girl nights. So yeah, it works both ways. It really does. And then here's another part. It says, even though the studies indicate that a higher percentage of kids from single parent families have problems, the great majority turn out fine. If you are a dedicated mom who gives priority to your children, they will do all right too. And that gives me hope. I used to have a lot of fear, and I still do. It's human. But, I think he's not getting all he needs. He should have a mom and a dad in his home. And he's going to suffer because he doesn't have it. And which, some of that is true, but you can try really hard, and you can make your child your priority. I'm not going to point any fingers or say who, but for me, when I was born, or when Malloy was born, it wasn't a choice for me. It was just natural. I knew that life wasn't about me anymore, that my priority was my son. And that's just how it's been. And I just don't understand how the other parent can not do that. I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. It breaks my heart, and they're going to have to answer for that someday, and it's just sad. One more thing I want to read before I go. Since remarriage may or may not solve the problem of finding masculine influences for your boys, a single mother has to figure out other ways to meet the challenge. How can she teach them to shave, tie a tie, or think like a man? What can she tell them about male sexuality? And what can she do to get them ready to lead future families of their own? How can she find role models who will fill in for the missing dad? These are questions of monumental importance, but there are approaches that may be helpful. To every single mom who is on this quest, let me emphasize first that you have an invaluable resource in your Heavenly Father. That's number one. God is our Father. God is my husband. God is our best friend. So that's the number one role model for Malloy. The Bible, teaching him things from the Bible. Yeah, God is number one. God is the number one male role model. It's pretty, every female role model. I mean, he's just, that's where we look. That's number one. He created your children, and they are precious to him. How do we know that? Because he said it repeatedly in his word, that he has a special tenderness for fatherless children and their mothers. And then it gives some different Bible verses. If you're interested in knowing where those are found, comment below and I'll let you know. But I got to go to work. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I did say a lot more in my other videos. I tried quickly to put it all into one. It looks like it's going to be in 2 clips, but hopefully it will not be queued and this will be up. I will add Thompkins New Life Academy, her video, in the description below. So make sure you go over and watch that and sub to her if you aren't already. And we will see you next week for our next single parent topic for our collab. Thank you guys for watching.